Me some music, man. All right, welcome back. Put us on.
We got this. We're here. Late night greens. How we doing, everyone? How we doing?
Bucket's not ready. Nobody's ready.
I'm here. I'm ready. What do you mean?
Disappointed in everybody.
What do you mean? What did I do?
All right, guys, welcome back. Late Night Green, late night edition. What's going on? Let's put that other camera on here if we can. Okay. Well. Let's bring it in. Just bring it in again. All right, guys.
We're rolling.
We're having a little bit of a technical issue tonight.
And this is all. Has this all been happening since the Cup?
No. This is all happening because when we start one show late, remember I was telling you earlier, if we don't start that show on time, that the rest of them.
Yeah.
That's what happened. So we didn't start the last show on time, and we didn't get this show.
Well, that was more because of we were dealing with operating errors, right?
No.
Oh, because of
That's not how you bill up, but
no, I didn't. I didn't remember.
Oh shit. Yeah, let's not do that. All right, Jeff, tell me where we stand. Do we have our guest? Tell me where we're at.
Beautiful.
All right.
There we go. Are we frozen?
Well, it looks like
we're frozen.
All right, hang on.
Hi, how are we doing? Thank you for bearing with us. Hope you're doing well tonight. I'm excited to play this game. I really am.
Well, we're not even. That's the next show down. We're not even. Nope. Sacha, you there?
Hi.
Hello,
Hey.
Sacha. How are we doing tonight?
How are you?
Good. There's a little bit of a delay, so if I don't respond right away, I promise I'm paying attention.
Well, I don't know if I can hear myself. If you've got any type of earpiece or a headphone, that would also help with the loop back.
Oh.
If you've got one
AirPods,
of those.
even.
Let me check.
Yes.
Jeff,
Are the AirPods in the purse?
Jeff, you got to take this video of us frozen down. Just. Guys, this is the pleasure of live television.
Anyone who watches any of the streams I've done.
All right, here's what's going to happen. Can you mute? We're going to mute you real quick. Go ahead and mute Sacha real quick. Okay, so we have this. Let's work off of this camera right here for a minute.
Okay.
All right. And let me introduce. We got off to such a wacky start because before I even introduced the guest, normally I introduce I talk to my co-host because Todd's usually here, but he's not here because he's away, and Bucket's here. But you're here for a very specific reason because you've got a premiere tonight of your new show.
I do.
It's at 9:00.
Yep.
And that's coming up really soon.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so I don't know if we're going to get done this, but you guys all have permission to leave this show at 9 p.m. and go over to either Cough Country TV or you can go over to the Bucket Man Show on YouTube or other channels like your Instagrams and your.
Well, there's the Bucket Man Show Instagram. There's the Bucket Man Show YouTube. I don't know if the show. Rumble as well. If you go to the Instagram post on the Bucket Man Show Instagram or on Late Night Green, there is a list of all the actually on the Bucket Man Show YouTube. If you click on the bio there's a list of all the platforms that's right. All available on.
All nicely contained and listed there for you.
Exactly.
Well, tell us what are we going to expect during this and control room. If you got a quick clip from earlier, we can maybe play that real quick to get people interested in what's going on. But give us a 30-second summary and an overview of what the Bucket Man Show is. Who are you? What do you do? Why do you do what you do?
The Bucket Man Show, fun fact, is actually was my first YouTube project I did for my Magic the Gathering gameplay. It would be gameplay broken up with skits and bits throughout the show. I'd have an intro, all sorts. That was abandoned, I want to say 2 years ago, just because of my diving more into short form cannabis content and whatnot, and the fact that, frankly, as it was structured at the time, was very tedious and time consuming in editing. Once you approached me about my own show on this network, I thought, okay, well, the Bucket Man show has to come back, and I thought, I don't have to, because when I started doing content, I thought Magic the Gathering was my biggest weighing piece. hadn't discovered my cannabis talent and otherwise yet, so it's really liberating to be able to do this show without that necessity to it and just do skits and bits, not have them relate to, anything that I'm currently doing in a game or something. So I'm excited to bring the late night entertainment vibes, like all the great ones we grew up with in the 90s and mid 2000s and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So let's catch that clip. Let's see that.
Control, do you have that clip keyed?
No, the clip of the show.
It's yeah. Well, I'm doing it because I don't have Sacha, and that's why I'm waiting to see if she got her situation resolved. But I don't see her, so there she is. Okay, 1 second. She said 1 second, so she's working on something. We'll play the clip on the next show when we were planned on playing it. As soon as Sasha's ready to go, I want to introduce her because, guys, I got to tell you, we've been trying to put this together forever, and Sacha is awesome. She's been great to work with, and we've had to make some adjustments along the way, and we've had some issues, because we had to get the game. Like, we've got the game right here, guys. This is it right here. It is the dope deck. If you can unmute her and we can talk to her, control room.
Can you hear me at all?
Yeah, we can. How are you?
Good. You can hear me fine? I'm good?
Yeah, Jeff, maybe you can adjust her volume.
Okay, score.
Yeah,
excellent.
A little bit. But yeah, welcome to the show, Sacha. How are you? I was just explaining to everybody that this has been in the works for quite some time already.
Yes. I'm so excited to be here. No, I don't think that was a question, but I'm here. I'm ready.
Yeah.
It's been in the works for a while, the whole coming up to this point he was asking, though, right?
Yeah, because we had it scheduled.
It's so funny because it was.
Go ahead. We have a delay.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, we had it scheduled for a little bit, and then the game didn't get out there, and it was such a pretty little package, but it didn't end up getting out there in time. And then I was going to resend another one, and then the first one got there, and it was a whole fuster-cluck of a situation. But thankfully, we had beautiful resolve.
Now tell me, how long has this game been in production for you? Like, when did you get the idea? How did you get it? And, what's been the process of getting this all together?
Oh, man. Okay, so it actually started Christmas week in 2018. I had like my first big girl job. I was really, really happy. And the week of Christmas, actually, I got laid off. I had a 1-year-old at the time. I didn't know what to do. My father's health was progressively declining right in front of our eyes. He was eventually put on hospice, but everything had kind of begun right then. So essentially just picture this, you want to be excited for Christmas. You have a 1-year-old. I'm in the fetal position laying on the bathroom floor, and I'm like, what the hell am I going to do? I don't want to be put in a position where I'm working for someone and they can just cut me off,
Yep.
Like, I don't want to be subject to the fuckery of the world. So I was like, I'm going to do my own thing because that gives you job security, of course, which it starting your own business is a whole other conversation, right?
Right. But in theory, it does, right?
And so I was trying to... Exactly. Exactly. It kind of gives you some sort of freedom. So I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, what my passion was, and not in a cliche, like something very tangible. And I really sat down and I was like, what do I like, just on a very basic level? I like when I'm sitting with my friends or my family and we're laughing. Just that moment. Boom. That's what I like. Where does my activism lie? And I was like, okay, well, cannabis, activism, they're pretty much synonymous. So how can I put that together with having a good time and making people laugh? I am funny every like third Thursday. So I don't want to be a comedian, but I do want to give people that same like belly laugh, the endorphins, the serotonin, whole 9 yards. How am I going to do that? How am I going to package that and put it in a little box? And then I started thinking of what I'm good at, and that's making my own games and my own rules. Not necessarily so it's in my favor. As you can see with this game, I feel like all of the cards call me out in a different way, but I'll get to that in a second. So essentially, all of these things are going through my head, and I'm trying to figure out what can I do to put this all together in one little package that I can give to someone. And I'm like, well, perfect. I'm going to make a game. And as soon as I thought that, it's like, okay, this is the game. This is how you play. Just everything fell into place. I didn't have to sit there and think about what I wanted to do. It was just like on a platter, already figured out. I just had to think about it. I don't know. I hope that doesn't sound egotistical, but it was a very surreal moment.
Well,
it was very like.
What I find interesting is, like, people start businesses for different reasons. They get inspired for different reasons, and some people will go and tap into maybe. Bless you. Some people will tap
oh no, that was the dog throwing shit around.
It's an instinct of mine.
Okay. Well, we thought maybe you had sneezed, right?
I did.
Well, and with
I appreciate it. I'll take the blessings.
If Bucket says you sneeze, I have to go with I have to go.
You
with
have to believe me.
Yeah, I have to believe
in the
you.
Bible.
Anyway, that's hilarious. So some people will tap into things that they've done in the past, like their job. Say, if they were an accountant and they find themselves in a situation, then they may create a business around their past, work. It sounds to me like you didn't necessarily tap into something that you've done in the past, but you tapped into yourself. What would you want to make if you were the player of this game and you wanted to tap into these different elements?
And the thing I also really like is the fact that you said that you're funny every other Thursday. Well, I'll tell you what I saw through your explanation there is the true mark of a comedian, because you said, yes, you don't know, the things to say to make people laugh, but the different scenarios and questions to ask and topics to bring up that bring people into that zone. And I think that's an excellent starting point for anyone trying to follow that kind of path of comedy.
Well, and it's great because it's exactly that. It is the template for those good times.
Having fun.
Yep. And there was something else I wanted to say with that, but now I don't remember. And that's fine, because I'm sure I'll think about it later.
Well, know what, Sasha, hang on a second. So why don't we, real quick, while we have an opportunity, where did you grow up, and where are you, and give us some background.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Tell us who you are.
All right, prepare your anuses, because this is crazy weird.
That was a statement.
Oh, my.
That was a hell of a statement there. Caught my attention.
Well, I'm trying to give you, get ready, because get ready doesn't do it.
All right, let's go. We're ready.
I was actually born and raised in Saudi Arabia. No alcohol, dry country, no weed. They had hash that was cut with, I heard it was cut with rat poison, but I wasn't smoking pot at the time because I'm like a dare kid. So, I think I made a pledge or something. I don't remember. But I was born and raised over there, ended up going to boarding school in Austria, Salzburg, Sound of Music type shit.
Oh, wow.
And then I moved back to America. And then I ended up in California. I'm in this little hick town, but it's in between San Diego and Los Angeles, which are two amazing markets for cannabis. And, Riverside County, albeit it's not quite on the map, it's definitely got some pretty cool cannabis things coming up. And you kind of see a really niche market of like moms and just women, as opposed to having this big spotlight on men. So yeah, right now Southern California is where we're at.
Is where you're at.
Love that.
And so you became inspired. You played off of your own senses and the things that you liked. And so where do you even begin? I mean, to this point, Bucket, so to this point, I can get like, this is all like, do the things you like, create things that you think are funny. But then you run up against the fact that you actually have to fucking make this game. And that's the part I have no idea about. And
it's like, it's one of my favorite phrases in life. I would be nowhere without the shoulders of the giants I had to stand on, and that is such a true statement that I find. And when I talk to anyone who's done any sort of game design, they draw off of different elements. Like there's this another cannabis game that you guys probably didn't know about, Cannabis. It is a cannabis trading card game that's actually very, very well known. I didn't know about this until I discovered it. And it basically has the same rules as the popular card game Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's a very popular thing that
how funny.
Game designers will do, whether it be video games or actual board games or things like this. They'll draw different elements of different games or one game together and reimagine it. So it's not always, you have to think of it on the spot. A lot of people are drawing from different elements and taking lessons from the past.
Well, and it was cool because I had this initial gameplay in mind, and then on 420, actually, I ended up testing the game with actually someone that I worked with's baby daddy out of like nowhere. It was really serendipitous the way stuff worked out. Excuse
Respect.
me. Smoker's cough. Holy crap.
Yep.
So I ended up testing the game out, and it worked out really cool. But then I was able to see what cards played a little bit better and what cards I had imagined that didn't really play out the way that I wanted them to. And then I was able to actually add layers and add rules, and that kind of became more of the structured play as opposed to just being able to flip a card and follow the prompt. I mean, it was neat because when I came up with the game, it's like, okay, well, this is how you have to play it, but it's just really versatile and you don't necessarily have to stick to the rules. But of course, I did have to make it structured for the sake of the game.
Are you saying that people have the ability to develop their own house rules?
It is exactly for house rules.
I love
and that's what I absolutely love.
Yep. I love that. As I said earlier, I play Magic the Gathering, and one of my favorite parts about that community, as far as the paper version in person, is the vast workability for people to play by their own house rules and play how they like to with your game.
And you can't play a game. You can't play a game so strict that you play it once, you follow the rules. The game's designed to be followed by the rules, and then you've kind of played it out, and it doesn't play again. It doesn't play well.
So games don't have replay value. Exactly. Now, my question post production now, two-part. Number one, are there going to be expansion packs? And number two,
yes,
has this spurred? You've seen one cannabis game concept that works that you've developed now. Has this spurred maybe like you know what else would be fun? A game where you have to see how long you can hold in your hit for.
Well, okay, so what's really, really cool is with this original game, so this is the OG deck. I'm going to have a ton of expansion packs, 3 of which are already written. I just have to go through, that manufacturing process, which can be very tedious and laborious. On that one. Some of the expansion packs are going to be our Iron Deck edition, or Lungs deck, and then we're also going to have the Baddies edition, Intellecta deck.
The Lungs deck?
Iron Lungs deck.
Iron Lungs
So
deck.
that one, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I wouldn't play it. A lot of the cards. So one of the goals that I had when developing this game, as you guys talked about, being able to play it over and over again, I didn't want any of the cards for you to be able to look at and say, okay, I'm going to memorize this, or I'm going to remember this one so I can practice it and have a leg up on my competition. With this game, there's less than a handful of cards. I want to say maybe 3 that you can memorize and maybe have a leg up. But when you're smoking, trying to spell cannabis or marijuana backwards is not easy anyway. So it's kind of like a little...
If someone came up to me and had that complaint about this kind of game, I'd be like, you have the wrong idea about this game. It's not meant to practice makes perfect. It's meant to, are you the stoner triathlon of these games? And you say you were bringing up expansions, and immediately I think the 3 expansions I'd want to see are the White Lighter expansion, the In Public expansion, and the Infused expansion.
Ooh, okay. So with the Infused, I was thinking of like an edible situation, but with edibles, it's a little bit more tricky because of dosage, delay, metabolism, a little bit of stuff like that. But I really like that In Public edition.
I like the infused element. You could use more as like, okay, so this is predominantly cannabis subjects. Well, in this expansion, we're going to infuse the topic of politics, celebrities, whatever.
And it's cool. So like with
is a dab.
Tell me.
I want to see a dab edition. I want to see a dab edition.
You know what?
Like a 710 edition.
What you could do, and I think people would eat this up, if you did brand-specific editions. The Grow Father edition, the Dr. Zodiac edition.
Well, that's where she can do the collab. So, the expansion packs can be conceptual, or they can be collaborative partnerships with a different brand as well. And then you can have their input into that. So, yeah, there's a ton of avenues.
And an easy in right
exactly.
there, because I imagine you're using Kickstarter for this. Add a collectible element.
I'm actually not.
No? I'll tell you, if you developed a collectible addition to the production of this game, like something people could like get during the Kickstarter or just with the game, that's like, because people in the cannabis culture love unique, cool little toys. Whether it be a unique 510 thread or a interesting dab packer or something, that people eat that up, and it's so easy to do in the cannabis industry.
That's very, very true. And it's so funny because we were going to do a couple things. One of them is, I have to put it on the website, but essentially if your deck gets all messed up through so many plays, you can give it back to us or like donate it back to us and we'll give you a new one. That way we can have all of the decks that have been through some games and seen some shit. So
Phil, I just thought maybe
the ones who have seen some shit.
I'm thinking if this game we really like it and people really like it, I see possibility of like a game show out of the dope deck. A live game show.
Here's what I can honestly say.
That would be amazing.
I think you'd make an excellent game show.
I haven't looked at this game. I haven't looked at the rules. I haven't looked at... See, I've kept myself completely in the dark when it comes to this game for a very specific reason.
I haven't looked into it at all either.
Because if I don't know, then I can learn as we go along. And so that's what I'm hoping.
You guys aren't ready. I'm going to tell you now.
The
You're
big
not
piece I'm
ready.
basing this off of is the generality she's speaking to, that this game, because if you have a game that can do expansion packs, in my opinion, you could do a game show because you're hitting so many different topics. You're going so broad.
Sure.
Well, and what's cool about it is the expansion packs aren't topic based because each pack has a variety of topics and challenges and luck of the draw, et cetera, et cetera. What's great about them is they tap into different subcultures within the cannabis community. Yeah. So that way each deck can be for you and your friend group. So you can be seen and represented, and it can really showcase the normalcy of smoking weed and having fun and being with friends and it just being normalized.
Culture,
I mean, think about how many people, so many people drink in front of their kids and it's no big deal. Don't get me wrong. I do it too. but it's also, I don't mind smoking because it's a social drug. It's medicinal. There's so many things that layer it. So those expansion packs are very subculture based.
I love
so
that.
I think that's what really, really drives
and
that home.
In the spirit of cannabis culture, I'm going to give you this idea I just had, and this is I really hope you use this. This is how you're going to draw the collectible in. You each set, you do a unique cannabis celebrity trading card, the dope decks. Eventually, you'd have someone with a dope deck.
Right? No, absolutely. And we also want to have a card that you can write your own challenge or luck of the draw to see if you can get your friends or what have you. So there's so many things because, like, to be honest, each card is its own individual game. And the only thing that ties all the cards together is it's in the same deck, you know?
And
so,
weed.
This is going to be an app in 3 years.
yeah, right.
There's going to be an app in 3 years, and people are going to be like, yo, you want to play Dope Deck? Like, I haven't heard people playing, like, Words with Friends or anything. So when she launches this app, people are going to be sitting around together on their phones.
But you could put an electronic community along with this. You can have people put their scores, their different experiences in with it. So there's so many different avenues you can go with it.
And you know how I know she can do it? Because she already got the blanket.
Oh, it's on the other side. Don't mind me. You didn't see that. Be cool.
Oh, that was classic stoner mistake right there.
You are blowing my ears out. Like
I controlling the volume.
I'm like, holy shit. Okay, so when you put the game together, what basic rules? I mean, you told us what inspired you. So how did you decide how many cards go in this deck? How did you decide, what type of screening process?
However many cards I could think of, and they basically fall into a couple different categories. So you have challenges, stuff that you have to challenge one person in the group. You have things that go around in a rotation, which are more or less kind of like the challenges, except a little bit different. And then you have luck of the draw. So no matter how good you are, let's say you nail all of the challenges. If you flip a card and it's like all men smoke, what are you going to do? You know?
You're going to smoke.
No matter what. There's going to be, and then there's also this card's live for 1 round. So even if you didn't pull it, now you have this added thing you have to be, I'm trying not to give anything away,
okay.
This added thing you have to be aware of. So there's multiple different layers, there's different variables, and it's nice because when I conceptualized it, there were ideas I had, I needed every time you play for it to be different. You can't memorize anything. It's going to be different and fun depending on who you play with. That was also, I didn't want people to conform to the game. I wanted the game to conform to the people.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
it's just a little bit different.
That's awesome.
And I don't want Phil to be the only one having fun with us here, so please, I would love to I would love to get some friends together and play a dope deck for some content for you. So please tap in with me, Bucketman_TV for my Instagram. I would love to work with you on this. Sounds like a hell of a lot of fun.
You bet.
So
hell yeah, thank you.
So we are going to play this game tonight, guys. So when we come back off of our break in between shows, we are going to play this game. We have it right here, and I was opening this up, and so just to give you guys an idea of what comes in here. I see. Thank you. So what we have here, guys, is in this beautiful silk bag with the logo on it.
In my deck sack.
Oh, the deck sack. I like that. Deck sack. Get it?
I was going to say decked up, but yeah, deck sack is great.
All right. And then on top of it, which I think is a very sweet touch, is the instructions are in here as well. But I was pleased to see that there's a pack of not only raw papers inside, but a pack of filters as well.
That is a great. What I honestly was expecting was the the deodorizer or the air freshener packet you get in some eighths, like the little.
Yeah, Jeff was asking.
That's funny. I've never gotten that.
Oh, that would be so natural. That's just such a regular thing with cannabis packaging is that little packet of sand in there or whatever that is.
So Sasha, the control room is asking: did we just get this raw paper, or does everybody get that, or was it special for us?
It depends. So actually I had an event and I was able to throw some goodies your guys' way. I recently got some stickers made, and so I'm going through that. When I actually send the packages out for people that order them, I'm going to try to put stickers in there with, I can't send lighters in USPS, and USPS doesn't play. So stickers and any other little knickknack I have, any goodies.
Well, as someone who used to work for UPS, I can tell you they don't like lighter fluid. That's the thing they don't.
Well,
like.
Listen, I think for the organization that moves more cannabis illegally than any organization in the world should basically not be too tied up about whether they let you use said lighters.
But Phil, I think the important thing, I think the real important question that we need to ask tonight about this game is: it made of hemp?
I don't know, but
no.
I want to say
I think that's
cool.
an ambition for an expansion. The literal hemp version,
edition?
The literal hemp edition.
That would be interesting.
That would be cool.
That would be very.
I guess it's very possible. I mean, you can print. There's lots of things to print.
Even better.
The possibilities are endless.
I was just gonna say, even better if you could partner up with brands and dispensaries and get a game that's like, hey, you can play it and then you can smoke it.
Yeah, or eat it. Make fucking edibles out of it, or we can just use the card to smoke it. Just smoke the card.
Or that's a card in the game. That's a card in the game. The challenge: you have to smoke this entire game.
Yeah,
you have to smoke it, not cough. Right?
The game's not over until you smoke 200 cards.
Oh God, that would be a nightmare.
That would be a nightmare.
This has been fun. This has been a lot of fun. I'm excited to have a new thing to talk about. Have you heard of the Dope Deck? And they're going to be like, is that something like the gaming stream deck? I'm like, no, it's a card game.
Yeah, right on. So
and it's so cool. There's
no, go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
Oh, no, I was just going to say you can be super casual with it if you're just having a sesh, flip a card, do the prompt, and then go on about your day. Or you can actually sit there and jam through the cards.
Well, that just made me want to ask, have you ever thought of a super competitive version?
Okay, so the cards have kind of taken on a persona of themselves. So every time I've played in a group, I feel like the cards will call someone out and just obliterate them. And it's really rough to see.
Are you saying that you've made the cannabis equivalent of the Fred ruining level of Monopoly?
If I knew what that was, I would say yes.
You know how some people say that playing Monopoly together ruins friendships?
Oh, yes. Exactly. No, that's exactly what this is.
I like how you answered
matter
that
of fact, Yes. And it's brilliant. So what makes it even better is when we do events, I tell people, I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. I actually make the rules. I make all of the rules.
That's really,
really
funny. That's, just
and then what makes it even better... No, it's oh my God, it's so great. It's like I have these cards do my dirty work. Oh, well, I shouldn't say that with this next thing I'm going to say, because I had this group of guys, and you know how guys are with their height? Yeah, it's like if they're short, right? So this group of guys come up to the booth, and I'm like, hey, flip a card. It'll be great. You're going to love it. They make the guy flip a card, and it says... shortest person smokes because fuck short people. And his face dropped and he looked at me and I was like,
Yeah,
bro, you shuffled them. Don't look at me like I'm over here calling you out, my guy. You shuffled the shits.
The other thing that now I know about this is you can advertise it. It's just like the dope deck. Women take it well. Men.
Bro, every time I have played in a group, one man will start crying.
That's really, 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 really funny.
Out of laughter mostly, but I'll take it.
But
I want to see someone tonight. I want to see tonight crying.
A male is getting offended or butthurt on some level playing this game predominantly.
Oh no, not so much offended or butthurt. Let's see. My brother ended up crying. Well, that makes him sound bad. He ended up crying because he was laughing so hard he couldn't breathe, and I was like, "I'll still take that one."
Yeah.
Yeah, we played with my kid's dad, and he started tearing up because his stomach was hurting, and he couldn't. He had like back-to-back hits, and he was like, "I'm done. I can't."
So that also just made me think. You said, what was it? It was 2018. Your child was 1, so they're probably like what, 7, 8 now? 6?
Yeah, turning 9 this year.
How excited are you for that day coming when they come up to you and they say, "Mom, I'm 21. Let's play"?
Okay, so my child has already said, "Can you make the kids version?" And I'm like,
you don't understand, honey.
Yeah, bro, it's bad. When I tell you it's bad. He tried to get his first grade teacher to buy a deck, and I had to pump your brakes, my guy.
Yeah.
Well, and it's bad because he's a really good salesperson. He's a real good salesman. He's like, good. "Hey, so my mom has this game," and I'm like, if you don't chill, bro, CPS is finna come over. Like, what are you doing?
So I definitely think there is a way you could make a dope deck for kids, but the thing you have to do is revamp the dope from cannabis to a cool kind of like Cards Against Humanity kind of vibe. A
cool game for kids.
Exactly.
Definitely
tap in more on culture with them and anime, pop culture, artists right now, memes.
Well, and it's so funny because if you take out the smoking and the cannabis, I would go as far as to say it's a kid's game because it's stuff that's so easy. I think one card is do a thumb war with someone. And it's it's stuff kids can already do. It's a very easy and it's simple. But that's simple enough for a child to be able to play.
That's always been my thing, my rule that I honestly haven't really been public enough about. But if you can't, when you're stoned, act like a kid, you're doing it wrong. You're doing weed wrong. If you can't just think back, be nostalgic, tap into some form of your kid self and just be a bit goofy. If you're doing weed wrong or that what you're smoking is not weed.
Yeah, right? No, 1,000%. If you can't enjoy time with your friends and be goofy and be silly, and this game is all about, hey, dude, just be goofy, be silly, have fun, There's nothing that I like more than playing with a group of friends and someone just says something stupid or does something stupid.
Yep.
And you're like, I'm going to remember that forever.
It's
the greatest thing. And then it becomes this inside joke that, snowballs into this visceral moment of nostalgia that you can look back on and be like, oh my God, despite all of the bullshit, despite all of the crap going on around me. And it was great because when I thought of this game with my dad's health declining, with losing my job, this is what I needed in that moment. Yeah. It wasn't just, I want to smoke weed and forget about stuff. It's, I want to create relief because this world is rough enough and it's hard enough and it's sad enough. And
well, I wonder if
up enough.
If you realize this element too, because what I'm seeing is that you had your father's health in decline and you had a child brought into the world. And I think what you saw with this, I don't know if you realize yet, is that life is precious. And we need to, whether you're a stoner or not, enjoy ourselves the most we can and each other.
No, and 1,000%. And it's funny because I feel like it takes me back to like being a hippie that I'm like, all we need is love. And I tell my mom that, and she's like, stop it, just get away from me, like chill out with all
People
that.
don't
But I'm
laugh.
like,
People are too serious. Everything is so uptight and everything is doom and gloom. And so when you have an opportunity to do something and make yourself laugh and be around people you like to be around and get that laugh, that's,
And,
that's half the battle right
and like
there.
I was saying, like
I mean, honestly, it was either the dope deck or I start selling pussy. And here we are.
And to away from that. Oh God.
Wow.
Okay. Well, like I was saying, if you can't tap into your kid self when you're smoking weed and being high, you're doing it wrong. And name me someone who who is a great hang as a stoner who doesn't. Name me someone who you hang out with that smokes weed that doesn't tap into or doesn't talk about I love doing this as a kid, or you have a conversation of like, oh, remember
Stoners
that?
are nostalgic.
Part of your stoner idea, your stoner makeup is your nostalgia, is your childhood.
Yeah, because if you've been smoking weed long enough, you've gone through all kinds of fucking shit to go to smoke weed.
Well,
you've gone through to great extent. You have fucking hidden from cops. You've gone to just great extreme, and so you now that we've reached this epic point where things
Precipice.
are far more. Yeah, right.
It's more than that. What are you doing right now? Well, because of cannabis, with what we've been smoking, you're reminiscing. Cannabis causes people to reminisce. It puts them in a state where they like when you're stressed and freaking out about shit in life. You're not thinking about like, oh, my bank bills are due and my child's in the hospital. But you know what was really nice? Being on the beach in '93. That just doesn't happen.
Did that around.
If your child's in the hospital, I'm thinking maybe you might be thinking.
I'd have a conversation with that person about how they posture themselves publicly and maybe not swaying like that. But aside from that point, when you're relaxed, when you're vibing out with whatever strain you're smoking, you're able to put yourself in a state where you can look back on good times and reminisce and, not feel regret or anything like that and continue moving forward.
Well, and it's funny because I feel like there's definitely a duality in between holding on to that nostalgia, but also being present, because I know at least for myself, a lot of times when I'm smoking or eating it or what have you, it's a very like, hey, I'm grateful here. I'm here right now. It kind of like brings you into your body in that way to be like, okay, and so.
And Phil, I'm glad if life works out in crazy ways for you, because we're about to show the premiere of my show, which is
it's airing right now as we speak.
Well, we're airing my show right now, and I don't know the timing of it. I don't know, whatever. My point is that
shouldn't you be there?
Well, no, we're airing it and we're doing complicated. My point is that
it's science. You wouldn't understand.
It's technology. It's in the Bible. Leave it alone. Anyway, my point is that that's like all of this is what inspired that show. Which please go onto the Bucket Man Show YouTube and give it a watch. That's. My early stoner time and my nostalgia inspired that show and the format and just all the
full
elements.
Circle nostalgia.
It really is. It's crazy how life works out like that. And now I discover an awesome new game to play. So
well, we're gonna do more than that. We're gonna actually play it. Sacha, I enjoyed. And here it goes, guys. The dopest in the game. It is the dope deck, the world's dopest card game. We've got Sacha in the house. She's the creator of this game, and we really appreciate you being here telling us tonight about your story, your background, what inspired you. And guys, the story's not over because we can tell you about the game. We can tell you about the inspiration, but we're going to play it, and we're going to play it on the Late Night Edition, which is... I think we can start pretty close to 10. When we do it, we say 10-ish. The ish part is the variable, right? But it will be around 10 o'clock. That's what we're scheduled. We're a little late right now. In the meantime, you guys can go over and check out Bucket's new show, which is the Bucket Man Show here on Cough Country TV. He's got his own YouTube channel, Rumble, Instagram, all that stuff. Go over and give him a like, follow, and subscribe, because that's how we build shit. We need follows. We need likes. We need people to subscribe.
I need money.
And he needs money.
I need money. Yeah, send me money.
Right?
Or gold.
Oh, my.
Or livestock.
Well, you tell George Takei whatever you need. He'll take care of that for you. So here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. We will take, guys, we're going to take a break right now. We're going to come off. We're going to come off air. We'll be back at 10 o'clock. We'll be here for the late night show. Bill with Cough Country News will be here. Sacha will also be back. We're going to cover some news. We're going to talk about, we've got some clips from your show that we're actually going to play.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we have clips. We just didn't have them ready for this show. We had them ready for the next show because the timing, you know.
We're going to play them.
See, here was, you know, I'm gonna just spill the beans. What we were going, I'm gonna spill the beans. What we were going to do is tease it out on the 8 o'clock show, because you were going to be on 9, and then on 10 we were going to give people more in case they missed it. Here's a clip, and if you want to see more of that, go see it. So there was a plan, but when you're late, you're late. That's what happens.
I wasn't late.
You weren't late. You were early. But
I wasn't late.
you weren't late. You were early as well. Let's just say production.
I'm almost always late.
Yeah, I know. This was a production thing. Production was late. You know, shit happens.
The weather was weird.
It happens. But anyway, there's still plenty of time. His Bucket Man show, I believe he has a 25-minute first episode. You have plenty of time to go over right now and watch his episode, and then come back and join us at 10 o'clock. We've got strain. We have a strain of the day. I'm not going to tell you. You got to come tune in for that. We are going to play this game, the Dope Deck, with Sacha. We've got Bill with the news. So all of that and more, guys.
Phil said, like Phil said, check out the show, and come tap in afterwards. Come ask questions. Come tell me what you'd like to see, if anything, out of the show. And like you said, we're going to be sharing some clips. I'm glad you're going to be able to see elements of this show with us. So. It's fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm glad that I'm going to learn. This is like, I want to learn in live time, so I can feel like what it would be like if Sacha wasn't looking over my shoulder.
Absolutely.
So, yeah,
I know, right?
Right?
All ominous and shit.
wait till we put you on this big screen. So that's coming next. Right? All right. So, guys, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Thank you, Bucket, for helping me interview Sacha and meeting her. Sacha, we look forward to seeing you. Yeah, we look forward to seeing you back at 10. Guys, and tell people how to find you and how they can purchase a game.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's do that.
We have our Instagram, which is at the Dope Deck. And then we have our website, which is thedopedeck.com. And you can actually get it on the website, or if you're in Southern California, we're in 8 states. What those are off the top of my head, I don't know, because you called me out now. And I don't know anything about, I don't know shit about FUD. But yeah, no.
But you can buy it online.
Check us out.
But you can buy it online.
Yes, but you can buy it online.
That's the most important thing.
And if you want to play for free and you have a lounge near you, tell them to reach out to me, and I will send them one. Free of charge.
Did
we'll
you know
donate
that,
one.
Bucket?
I didn't know that. I did not know that at all. But
if you're near a lounge, you ask the lounge to reach out to Sacha, and then she makes sure that you provide them with a game.
Hey, high rollers.
I'll send one out there.
Reach out to Sacha here.
They can play it.
Yeah.
High Rollers AC.
Yeah, we'll hook you up.
Awesome place.
We'll hook you up.
Hook you up with Fat Deck.
Yeah. All right, guys, make sure you like, follow, subscribe. Go and buy yourself a Dope Deck, and Sacha is going to be the one who sends it to you. And if she has any extra, like these goodies and shit, she's going to send those along with it. So, Sacha, we'll see you at 10. Yes. Bucket, thanks. Guys, we will be back, and we'll see you like a half hour or so, 45 minutes. We'll see you right after that. Peace.
Peace.
age, no budget, no stage, just a voice with something to say. This is real cannabis culture, how it actually feels. Not the stereotype, not the joke, this is how we build. Late night, green went live at 2 a.m. Harlem, a porter hit the street again. No scripts, no polish, just the truth we found. Built a network from the underground. This is all country. No sticks, no seeds, just news. This is called country. This is called country. Everyday people breaking through. Not the stereotype they sold you. Not the joke they made it out to be. This is called country. And we built it for free. Thousands of subscribers now, hundreds of videos and counting, we figured it out. The chronologist, the news is 6, 420 specials, 10-hour fix. Alfonso on the corner with the mic held high. Legalization fights, we amplify. Pennsylvania's listening, the tide is turning. Every upload, another bridge, we're burning. This is called country. No sticks, no seeds, just news. This is called country. This is called country. Everyday people breaking through. Not the stereotype they sold you. Not the joke they made it out to be. This is called country. And we built it for free. They said it couldn't happen. Said the space was too small. But Phil kept building. Through it all. Show by show. Voice by voice. Yeah. This is how you make some noise. This is called country. No sticks, no seeds, just news. This is called country. This is called country. Everyday people breaking through. Not the stereotype they sold you. Not the joke they made it out to be. This is called country. And we built it for free. We built it for free. This is called country. We built it for free. And it's only getting started.
Back, what's going on? Late Night Green, late night edition.
You know it.
And we have the little camera adjustment again here that we're going to make. But right now, you're going to see us from this overhead shot. So the Todd Father is on, he's away this week. And we've got the Bucket Man here tonight. Welcome to the show, Bucket. What's going on?
How we doing? How we doing?
We're doing okay.
It's been a good night so far. We've had a lot of fun talking to the creator of the Dope Deck earlier.
Yes. Oh, look at that. We're back.
Yeah, there we are. And, of course, everyone's hopefully gotten to check out my new show, The Bucket Man Show, which I'm very excited to have gotten to get a start on and this whole adventure with. And I'm,
Well, before you tell us about this, because I want to ask you about the show and all that. But before that, let me bring Bill into the show. Hey, Bill, welcome to the show. Oh, wait a second. You know what? Shit, Bill. I got to turn your mic on, man. It's my fault. All right, Bill, what's going on?
There I am. I'm glad you asked.
How are you?
I'm doing grand. How are you?
Welcome back from your on assignment. You were on assignment, so welcome back to you.
I got to tell you, I was in my favorite state. I was down there in Florida, and I met a really cool guy at a dispensary, and I'll tell you about him a little bit later if you'll let me. He was a really cool guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's a chance that you're going to talk to him, right?
Kang, if you're watching, I'm going to call you. Yeah, I want to talk to this guy a little bit more because it was a lot of fun.
Okay, cool. And also joining us, back from earlier, because if you weren't here earlier, then you missed our exciting interview with the creator, Sacha, of the cannabis game, the Dope Deck. Welcome back. How are you, Sacha?
Complete with wardrobe change.
Hey, y'all. Yeah, no, I
different
had to
show,
change
different
the
look.
outfit.
Love it.
Exactly. No, that's exactly it.
Different
So,
show, different look.
Hey, look, Phil, we're ghosts.
Yeah, what happened to you guys? You just
Holy shit, how does that happen?
Our reflection isn't appearing. We've become vampires, apparently.
You're young
I
man.
don't even know how that happens.
I don't know how that happens either. That's
I was
unsettling.
like, I got here and y'all just dipped. What the
No,
hell?
it's not even that. It denied our existence. Oh, okay. I guess
There
we
you go.
exist again. Cool. Thank you, camera god, for allowing us to exist and appear on camera.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. Why? I don't know your setup at all. Why that fuck? I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do is...
Sasha, it's good to have you back.
Good to have you back, Sacha. And we're excited because what we're going to do in a little bit of time here, Sasha's going to join us. We're going to talk with Bill about the news after we talk about Bucket's new show. We're going to show you guys some clips and stuff like that. So if you missed it, you're going to want, after you see this, you're going to want to go back and watch it. And then after you watch it, it's pretty much, you're going to want to subscribe.
Yes.
And then...
Yeah, even more so because I just thought after we're going to show you some clips, and then I have an announcement to make to all of you as a challenge for further episodes. So let's
participation type of thing.
Yeah, so let's get these clips playing, and then I can drop that down.
All right, so we got Sacha. She's in the house. We're going to be playing this game. So Jeff, tell me where we stand. Are you good with the clips from Bucket? Oh, yeah, we're doing them. Oh, you're right. So I have them over here.
Phil lauding off responsibility to people.
And I fucking forgot.
Delegation.
Yeah,
all right,
that's
so
not delegation.
So let me set this up. So, you know, Bucket and I have known each other for, you know,
almost a year now.
How much?
Almost a year now.
Okay. So I was going to say multiple months, which is usually less than a year. But, yeah, that falls into the category. And... You know, I really thought that, you know, when Bucket, the first time I met you was when you came into Late Night Green Barbershop to get your hair cut. And on your form, you said that, you know, that the person cutting your hair has to know how to do a Bushido bun, right?
Yep.
So when I spoke to Lindsay about it, she was like, I don't know. What the fuck's a Bushido bun? I'm like, I don't know, but you got to find out because we have to fucking do that. And Sacha, if you don't know, we had a... We're looking for a new stylist, but we had a barbershop. So when we do the Late Night Green show, someone's getting a haircut, and they're like part of the conversation. We have our own like little area for that. And Bucket, that's when I got a chance to meet him. He came in, he got a haircut, and he requested. We say, what kind of haircut do you want? He put the kind that he wanted in, and you know, I guess we figured it out.
She did a great job.
She did. Yep. So we
that
handled
is so
that.
Dope.
But that's the first time we met. And then, you know, I'm sitting here over there. I'm like, man, a dude getting a haircut's pretty funny. Like, I did not know you, dude. I didn't even know about your channel. So these are how we learn and we figure out who people are sometimes. But anyway, so I thought Bucket was, and so we've been doing stuff together, and Bucket's been in here. We've had specials in the 420 and the High Times connections, and so, you know, we get to a point where it just makes sense. And Bucket said, you know, I used to do the show called The Bucket Man Show, and I said, you know what? Let's talk about what it would be like to put that type of show with some elements that I was interested in maybe pursuing and stuff that you wanted to pursue, and we kind of, you know. This is where you're at, and it's good.
Yes,
and it's entertaining. And I'm gonna play a clip for you guys right now. So take this and enjoy it real quick. Let's go. Here we go.
Yo, it's Marco Riptio.
With that, it's time for your questions. So, Catherine, why don't we start with you?
My name's not Catherine. Mr. Rubio, what do you have to say to the sentiment that people feel less appreciated, heard, and seen at MSO dispensaries versus small name dispensaries? Do you think this is hurting their bottom line, and do you think they can withstand the pressure?
Look, they're suffering devastating damage. You're right, but it's not that they're able to withstand pressure. It's that they don't care that their people are suffering. You understand, right? There's a difference between we can withstand pressure and we actually don't care. Now, I think there are people in their system that care more than others. You know, some of the elected people that you see, some of the people you see on television with the suits on, you know, those guys care because they know at the end of the day they have to live in the reality.
Mr. Secretary, as you may have heard, there's been growing pressure across the country to crack down on the illegal sale of cannabis through smoke shops. Can you please update us on that struggle?
Hear stories about attacks and launching of firing back and forth. It's not back and forth. We are only responding if attacked first.
Oh, okay. I don't know of any smoke shops that are really attacking, but sure.
The assets supporting this project, by the way, include guided missile destroyers, over 100 land and sea-based aircraft, multi-domain unmanned platforms, and 15,000 of the finest military service members on the planet.
Whoa, holy shit! What? No, why? Why? It's sea-based. Oh my God, Jesus! How many smoke shops have you blown up?
7 of them now sit at the bottom of the sea.
How did you make that happen? Excuse me, sir, if I may. Mr. Rubio, can you please comment on the public's demand for full transparency on the recent reclassification of cannabis?
Well, I don't think that's an accurate description of what
No, that's what he said.
But I will say this about it. This is an international waterway.
What the f*** are you talking about? See, and the really funny thing about that is, if an episode dispensary were to see that initial opening question and ask me like, oh, so what was the origin of his answer for that? And I was like, oh, they were asking about the current Middle Eastern government in Iran. Oh, cool. Glad you compared us to them.
Well, what did you think of that, Sacha?
I love how you guys put the people in the background too.
So maybe if you ever do a press conference, we could have Bucket maybe ask you some questions.
No, I got to interview her. She's got to come on the show. Because the thing you didn't see, the thing you didn't get to see in that clip, which before I get to the announcement I was going to make, was that I do an interview. And the way I do the interview is, if you ever watched old school like Space Ghost Coast to Coast on Adult Swim, where you had the TV come down with the person on there.
Like on the Jetsons.
It would be like a video interview, but you come down.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I do the interview.
All right, put my screen up. I'll show it to you guys. Put my screen up. I'll show it to you.
And bringing in the weed to places that frankly have like very harsh sentences for bringing weed in. It is my boy Thirst Quencher. My boy Thirst, what is up,
my God?
Chilling, man. How are you?
This is the first episode of this show. I'm glad to have you on. Glad to have you here as not only someone who loves anime but loves weed. And I had to ask you. We did a reel a little while ago about your song "Weed from Japan." And what does aside from the song, what does Weed from Japan? What's that vibe sound like to you?
The vibe,
not the song, like the concept.
Right. So the concept is pretty much like it's a feel good thing. Pretty much that feeling when your favorite anime drop a new episode or some shit. You know what I mean? And that joy you get behind it, that high you get from seeing that first episode. Well, that new episode. You know what I mean? Wow. That's the vibe behind it. Just a good feeling, a high feeling.
Is that what you feel like weed in Japan is like? And less persecution and prison sentences and more good vibes?
Absolutely.
So, and by the way, please go look him up. He has a lot of great cannabis tracks. He's an excellent artist. But that's the type of vibe I try to do. It's not less official and more, kind of off the cuff. And
dude, it's so creative.
Thank you.
Love it.
I would love to have you come on
sketch
sometime.
Comedy with weed.
Hey, Sacha.
Yes.
Hey, Sacha, if you think that's creative, check this out.
Yes.
Put my screen up, Jeff.
Oh God.
Okay, let me see if I got this right.
Okay.
Infinite amount of monkeys.
Yes.
With an infinite amount of time.
Yes.
Will eventually type the complete works of Shakespeare.
Yes.
That just sounds like the lead up to a void full of dead monkeys at typewriters.
What the fuck?
Well, I mean, the average lifespan of a chimp is usually within the range of...
A, it is implied in this scenario that aging is not a factor here.
Bullshit.
And B, do not pretend like you know the average lifespan of a chimp.
I was going to say 200 years.
You'd be wrong.
Okay, well, where did they go to college?
Son of a bitch.
What? It's a legitimate question.
Yes, from a idiot who is ignoring the concept of infinity, which sorts the whole thing out.
That sounds like a cop-out.
No, a cop-out is going to be what I have to give the police when they find me driven so mental from this lunacy, I'm found naked on Route 9 with a t-shirt cannon full of glitter and jelly.
Why jelly and glitter?
It sticks to windshields.
That aside, they're monkeys. They have no concept of fine literature.
You had me rush home from Atlantic City for this. You were texting me some really dark suicidal stuff.
I was quite ready to drown myself in the toilet. It doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does make sense. It is a well-rounded, logically supported theory.
About monkeys typing Shakespeare.
Holy shit!
Personally, I think you're overestimating the abilities of a monkey.
What in the banana cream pie topped with are you talking about?
Well, just because they were movers and did other odd jobs in the 50s doesn't mean that they...
Oh, for the love of awareness, there were no monkeys doing odd jobs in the 50s!
But how do you explain the commercials and TV shows?
The magic of television.
Which was...
Couldn't tell you.
So you're telling me a monkey can't even move a piano with 3 of its friends, but it can type the complete works of, oh my, no.
What in the name of banana cream?
I gotta tell you, that is.
Oh, I fucking love that.
Something else, huh?
I've had it drawn out of inspiration from. I've had that conversation with people so many times about like why that works, why that theory works, and why it's not worth arguing. And there's a big piece of my content and what I do is draw from situations where I've been driven to such a point where I'm just like. And just want to run my mouth.
I really think we should start breeding monkeys and put them in front of typewriters just to see what we get. I mean, who knows? We can get like cures for cancer and shit, right? Not just Shakespeare.
It's literally happening right in front of me right now. I will say this though, the announcement. I want to start a series called Ask the Bucket Man. Watch the show, come up with questions, leave them in the comments. I will and let me preface, I don't think I should have to say this, but serious questions in the regards to my show, which is nonsense. What I'm saying is don't be a toxic animal.
No dick jokes.
No dick jokes, and no just being, none
of that.
But I don't know how you spell that. But aside from that, leave some comments, leave some questions, and I will read them out and answer them as truthfully and as sensibly as I can.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot where I was going after that, but it's a lot of fun doing these, and I'm really excited to do more with this show. Excited to interview you. I honestly now want to do a segment where we play the game live on the show and just see what unravels.
Well, that's what we're doing on this show tonight.
Yeah, well, what about my show?
Well, you can do it on your show.
Yeah, exactly.
Bucket, I do have a serious question for you, though.
Okay.
When the talking sandwich was referring to monkeys doing all kinds of things back in the 60s,
50s
and 60s. Were you thinking of a television show called Secret Chimp or something like that? What were you thinking of?
Planet of the Apes and shit.
Not even out of historical accuracy, but out of historical reenactment of they would any cartoon you'd see that would portray that timeline. They'd always have some sort of commercial with a monkey doing not that it was historically accurate, but that's how it was portrayed.
Like the Trunk Monkey? Do you remember the Trunk Monkey?
Yes, but that was a much better. No, that was comedy. That was
right.
Phil, you've never seen that?
Mm-mm.
It was.
Bill,
what was that advertising?
I was too busy watching this.
I don't know what it was advertising. I forget.
Yeah, I forget too. But it was just. It was a commercial where there was this one where this daughter was going out with this guy, and he was just being portrayed as not trustworthy piece of shit.
Aggressive.
And then the monkey pops out and just starts. But the girl gets out of the car and he just starts beating the shit out of this guy in the car. And I can't for the life of me remember what it was advertising.
I feel like it
what was Trunk Monkey advertising?
I feel like it was advertising like a car or something because it was and the car now comes with a trunk monkey.
Was it?
We should look it up.
America is a fucking fever dream. I'm sitting
you
here.
Don't say. You're telling me that a group of people in a country that we grew up with the Nigerian email scams and infomercials left, right, and center. We were trying to be scammed at every center, but somehow, very recently, on a large scale, we were scammed and didn't notice it. La da 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 da. Satire. Okay, cool. Cool.
Suburban Auto Group. That's who Trunk Monkey was advertising.
That
for.
I would have never what the?
I looked it up.
That's weird.
I get computers right here. It's got everything. Yeah.
All right. So, Sacha.
Sleepies for the rest of your life.
All right. God damn it. Bucket.
Remember that one?
No.
You don't remember Sleepies? Bill, you remember Sleepies?
Sleepies for the rest of your night, for the rest of your life, right?
Yeah, the mattress company.
Yeah.
That was...
Sing it again.
Trust Sleepies for the rest of your life.
I'll tell you what affected my entire...
I have a pin on one of my belts or jackets. It's the Sleepies guy, but it's Smokies. It's one of my favorite pins.
All right, fair enough. Well, guys, if you want more of that right there, you can get this all the time if you want to, right here on Cough Country TV. Tune in to the Bucket Man Show.
Or just pop your location down, and I'll just come yell it outside your house.
Bucket Man Show on YouTube. You can catch him on Cough Country TV. He's on Rumble. He's got his own channel, Instagram, X. I think eventually Kick and Twitch, too, in the upcoming weeks. So... guys, make sure you give him a subscribe. So, Sacha, I want you to help us do the news. We're going to do the news with Bill because what we do on our show is Bill's kind enough, because Bill has his own show, but he's kind enough to come to our show and be on his news set, and he talks to us about some of the stories that he's covering. But Bill's a straight shooter. He doesn't fuck around. He gives you the news, and he gives it to you.
Without fucking around.
That part's for me because I'm very excited to talk with him about one of the stories you guys have on deck.
I'm excited to talk about
earlier this
week. Did you cheat and look ahead?
No, I didn't. If you remember, I touched on one of those.
Oh yeah. That's right. You were the one that probably told me about it. But when Bill comes on our show, he gives us the news straight, just like you would normally get it, but then we get to digest it and tell, like, there's a story tonight.
And just interrupt and fuck around with me the whole time.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm going to tell you.
Oh, beautiful. I love it. So wait, can you give us the news gay too? Or is it's just straight? Strictly.
Well,
just give you the straight
that's
news.
That's really funny. That's really, really, really funny.
Okay.
But wait, what if they're asexual?
I can do asexual news as well.
How do you do that?
See, this is the reason
I
that
don't want to touch that.
Here's the fucking
that's
problem.
the whole idea of being asexual. You don't touch that.
Exactly.
See, this is why the advertisers are saying that this show's a little bit much.
That's absolutely fucking ridiculous and absurd.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you too.
So there's a story about the governor in Virginia, and I'm very upset about it.
Dumb bitch.
And we're going to handle that tonight. So what?
That's what. Oh, I'm crass, but.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying you're crass.
Right.
I'm saying the show in general. And you're not the reason why. You just you're in addition to it.
The show was crass before you got here.
Listen, I take full responsibility for the shit that happens on this fucking show. I do.
Even me.
God damn it. Every time he's here, I have to make a proclamation. I will take responsibility for the shit that happens on this show. Period. That's it. Don't worry about it.
You're going to need a lawyer.
Probably will.
Let's do it.
All right, Bill, what do we got to go?
Should we start in on the news?
Let's do it, brother.
Well, Phil, I don't know if you've heard or not, but the TSA is they're updating their classifications for cannabis. So
no, it's not that.
It's the TSA?
It's the opposite. They're not doing that.
Okay, let's go.
So if you go to the TSA's travel tool, they've got a what can I bring travel tool. And if you go there, now permitted for the first time is medical marijuana. It's explicitly listed as allowed for both a carry-on or for checked luggage.
Because,
it's a trap.
These TSA officers are totally going to, take the time to check that it's medical when I've been flying with this stuff since the day Phil Murphy was on the news announcing COVID restrictions, literally.
So has TSA never said anything to you then?
Well, I'll be honest with you about TSA. I was once wearing this particular sweatshirt through TSA.
That's my other point.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. This shit got me searched hard, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
It's weird, though, because I think it's just like over the past decade, it's laxed to that degree. But yeah, no, I haven't had any issue. Like I've had several instances where I've been traveling and I've had cannabis in my bag and I've put it through the machine to get checked, and then they stop and then they're like, "Oh, can you come here? Is this your bag?" And I'm like, "Oh God, oh God, oh God." And they're like, "Yeah, it's too much shampoo." And I'm like, "Are you sure? Throw away the shampoo. Cool. I'm gonna go. Bye." Just like I got away with my
because they
cannabis.
fucking like watching us sweat.
No, it's not.
Honestly, I think it's like, how high is this person? How paranoid are they? We're gonna go through all this shit and make eye contact and not point out the joint that's like
and think
right
about
there.
that. They do that. They shovel you through this airport and they poke, prod, and finger you throughout the whole thing. Do that shit, and
If
then
you're
feed
lucky.
you nothing
Do you
but
pay extra for
alcohol.
that?
and then feed you nothing but alcohol for a relief. And then they're like, well, I just can't figure out, why are people getting in so many fights?
I mean, listen, the way it used to be with TSA and the way it is now, even over a period of like, say, 5, 6, 7 years, the behavior is quite different. And the reason I think it's quite different is that, are you going to, like, think of every bag that they look at as a car. Are you going to pull over every third fucking car because you know that there's fucking weed in it? Is anyone going to get anywhere?
Are you talking about police, or are you talking about TSA?
I'm just saying, act as if a car is like a piece of luggage, just from an analogy perspective, Bill.
But you brought up an interesting point earlier that the posture has changed. Like, one of my favorite stories my father ever told me was post 9/11. My father's an emergency physician. He constantly keeps up with research and things up in the medical world. And he was traveling for a trip post, I think a couple months after 9/11 happened. And he had a couple medical journals that were Middle Eastern based. And they stopped him at TSA and held him, and then eventually got to the documents. And I remember him telling me, they just looked at me and just said, come on, doctor, what were you thinking? And I'm just like,
well, timing.
Yes, but at the same time, like you said, the posture has changed. Radically to that point. That documents about Middle Eastern medical journals, and now, you can bring weed on the plane.
They're looking, if they have to mass scan luggage, and Sacha, I'll say, you can, right after this, if you're going to mass scan luggage, you really have to look for problems. And problems are things like bombs and things like weapons and shit like that. They have no business looking for fucking weed. Leave people alone, unless there's some like massive stash or something. You're looking at it. They know what's in your bag. They can tell if it's a little vape card or it's a little bit of weed. They kind of get the idea. If you're not trafficking fucking drugs, then it shouldn't be an issue anyway. What do you think, Sacha?
Well, I think it's kind of a weird middle road with some of the states that don't have it legal at all. So like flying in and out of California, they've actually taken out my deck, which has had like remnants in it, and put it in that little machine for it to be like, what drugs do you identify on it? It's like the little x-ray situation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been like, oh, this has remnants of cannabis. But they're like, what the fuck is it? And I'm like, it's a deck. It's just cards, bro. Like, be cool. Yeah. But like other states that you even like bypass, like Texas or whatever, they're just like, bro, if you have weed on you, you might as well have heroin,
Really?
So I wonder if TSA in those local areas are going to be a little bit more lax, or if they're going to get pressure from some of those cities.
I think yes and no.
Or local.
I think I'll say two things, is that on a bigger scale, I think it's the fact that the country has realized weed makes money. And if something makes money in America, that's okay by us. But the other thing I'll say is that I think we're all avoiding the obvious here, is that, we have the beginning of cannabis friendliness in airports, and I think
that's what it is.
Well, no, but Bill, hold on. We have the beginning of cannabis friendliness in airports, and we have an issue of people being violent in airports. So I think the only logical solution that we can come to here,
sedate them all.
No. Soul Plane. We have to do Soul Plane. We have to do Soul Plane, because if smoking on the plane will prevent so many problems, aggression, people wanting to cause destruction or terrorism. We have to. We need Soul Plane legislation.
Bro, the 90s with cigarettes was freaking crazy. We would fly from Saudi all the way back to the States, and it would just be like a fucking smoker's lung in the sky going across. Do you
remember when
it was nuts.
Do you remember when you...
And what were they smoking? Just tobacco or weed?
Yes. And then they would have it would just strictly tobacco. And it would be like in front of one of the curtains, it's the smoking section. And then, or like in the back of the plane was the smoking section.
Like that made a fucking difference.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they
and
weren't
I'm all just
circulating
like,
the
no,
same
you
air.
have to put a towel underneath the door, guys.
I would love to see that on an airplane. That would be such a funny, just like the old school. That would be really, really, really funny. First class has the towel tucked under the door. They can smoke up there.
They can smoke up
The
there.
armrests
It's all
used to
fine.
have ashtrays in them.
Ashtrays in them. Yeah, no, I remember that because I used to play with it, and my mom would be like, "That's disgusting," and I'm like, "Why? What's it for?" Not having any fucking clue.
And they can make it a marketing
I guess
thing.
the flight attendants had to empty those or whatever.
Think about it. Soul plane legislation.
That is so
then airlines
fucking
would then be.
Yo, I remember looking at them fucking ash. They were pretty fucking nasty because people put their fucking nasty gum in there and shit.
Yeah. Gum?
Yeah.
Oh, they would put gum in that in the fucking shit.
Those.
Oh yeah.
Toothpicks.
And then I remember when I was like,
that was the wrong. What is Looney Tunes about? Gross, awful ashtray.
I hit the wrong fucking button.
That's crazy.
It's the 1920s. That's all, folks.
Do you remember? Speaking of all this, do you remember when you hear people say, like, look in disgust of how people act in airports or something, and do like, we used to wear suits when we traveled, and now we're way beyond that point.
Okay, but it used to be luxurious as fucking
That's
the
right.
sky.
Well, that's true,
You
right?
used to be
That's
able to sit. There used to be a fucking bar. You could get
That's
like
right.
a
And a
quail
gourmet
with
meal.
eggs and shit and real butter.
That's
now
right,
they're
yeah.
just like,
Well,
we're gonna give you this dick and you're gonna like it. And you're like,
and that's why.
ask for that.
You know what? That's the very reason why, as of recently, I'm trying to push more towards, instead of air travel, train travel. Because that's where it's short of being able. I think some trains like Amtrak, they allow you to smoke or vape on certain carts, but they have the bar, they have the restaurant, they have the different carts.
Well, and it's beautiful, but it takes so much time.
Well, they say trains are the
Hey,
airplanes
Sacha.
of the ground.
If I can sleep, and
Give
walk
me one
around,
of those like fast bullet ones.
But if I can,
that
at least
go like 800 miles an hour.
if I can at least sleep and walk around and smoke and eat, I'm fine for a day or two.
You can do that on a plane, bro.
No, you can't do that on the same.
Well, not. I mean, not legally.
If you're out of your seat too long on a plane, they're like, "Sir, you have to sit down, and we're gonna have to restrain you."
Listen, Sasha, you just
What are you doing
made.
when you're walking around it? They're threatening to sedate you all the time.
She just made a really good. She just made a good.
I'm sorry, Sasha.
She just made a good clip, and she doesn't even know it with the suck a dick comment or whatever.
That is the airline. That is the airline motto. It's basically just like
fly with us and choke.
Air.
Hey, fly with us and go choke on a dick.
It's just like, hi, welcome to the airport. Here you're going to be trafficked through and funneled through, fingered and prodded, and then go on a dangerous ride in a tube in the sky, thousands and thousands of feet, where there's been recent troubles of control of the TSA lately. But you get free sodas.
All
maybe.
And all suitcases free.
No. What?
Get everyone to write it.
It's like coffee, tea, or a bag
they
of
say
dicks.
that, and then they're like, we're looking for. No, we're not looking for. You have to volunteer your bag. We don't want you pay.
All right. Well, see, Bill, did you ever think that this was such a subject that everybody wants to talk about?
This was a hell of a story. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't. Well, we got a little off track, but it was still a good story.
Well, that's where you come in, Bill. Pull this shit back on
Should
track.
I pull this shit back together? All right.
sir.
So they're saying it's only for medical licensed marijuana, not for recreational. And of course, the TSA is warning that you may get on the airplane in a state where it's legal, but if you fly to a state where it's not legal, then you're on your own.
New Jersey CRC. I'm going to bet you $100 that you haven't coordinated with TSA, and I'm expecting that payout.
Yeah, well, the
Do
TSA
they also want you to prove your...
That's why they need to coordinate with the CRC so they can prove. They definitely haven't. There's
See,
definitely
they're
not a spot at the airport where you're like, please present your medical card. They're not trained. They had ICE officers doing this for a couple weeks. No.
They're not going to do it. They're not capable of doing it, Sasha. Don't worry. I mean,
TSA, let me say this: TSA workers work super hard. They're very hard workers. That said, it is a job.
I'm sorry, you're telling a sad story.
I was trying to. You muddled the message. TSA workers
Well,
work very
my
hard.
question
Go ahead.
is like, are they going to have you prove your disability when you get to the front of the TSA line?
No.
So they're going to be like,
here's
what
my
do you
answer
have?
to that. Here's
I'm
my answer to
asthmatic.
that.
Prove it. Wheeze, bitch.
Here's my
Wheeze
answer
for
to
me.
that.
I don't hear you wheeze.
I have club feet and I have autism. I am a disabled person. However, it is not visually seen that I have a disability.
Exactly.
So when I'm boarding the plane and I'm self-conscious about boarding with the handicapped people, I will often walk with a limp.
Oh, really? So you fit
wait,
in?
Are
So
they
you have
going to
a
ask you to
so
do
there's a physical
autism?
association.
So people
to it.
don't look at me and be like, wow, he's boarding and handicapped and he's walking fine. And I don't point out, be like, actually, I have a slight angle in my foot. You
well, what they ought to do,
condom of a human being.
What they ought
What's
to do
worse?
is they ought to have a soundboard because some of these sounds fuck you up big time. You know what I mean?
Well, but like,
Probably
what's
what
worse
they'll
is if
do-
they don't.
No, like they
think
can't, like you
have.
Wait,
Probably
sorry,
what
Sasha,
they'll
go ahead.
do is they'll be checking.
Oh, I was going to
their
say, what would
name
be worse
on
is
the
if they don't
medication.
think you have a disability.
That's the other thing is that they're neither qualified to
They're just like,
determine
"You're fine."
nor determine whether you do or do not have a disability. They are determined to check. They are
Exactly.
qualified to check IDs. They're qualified to tell you you are too fat and you need to order another seat. Which I am one person. If I am sat next to someone, I will tell them you need to make them order another seat or you need to give me another flight because I'm not riding 2 to 5 hours with someone's fat on my shoulder. Not happening.
My goodness.
They account for weight when they keep this thing in the sky. That is, I don't want to crash.
All right, Jeff, bring yourself up on camera and put yourself in that square in like
bottom right.
Yeah, put yourself in the square
Jeff
and then
needs to start coming to get a green screen back there so his head can just pop up for these situations.
for what for this? Oh, like a floater,
Like a Zordon, like from the Power Rangers. It's just Jeff's head.
You mean like
Wizard of Oz?
like the
She got that.
like
She got
Gary
that.
like Gary the garlic, the
I did.
garlic.
Yes. That was so vague, but yes.
But you know what I'm talking
Yes.
about. All right, go ahead, Jeff.
In all likelihood, the way that they'll handle it is it'll have to be in the original packaging from the dispensary. It'll have to have your name on it, and you'll have to match the ID and whatnot.
Bullshit.
That's probably the special conditions
So
TSA will have.
I'll
Sounds like
I'll
the
say
plug's going to get
that's
real creative.
Not implausible. What I'll say is that during Christmas rush, during spring break rush, during summer, during their rushes, they're going to see a label and they're going to be like, all right, go. And they're not even going to
most
check the
likely.
bag. They're not even going to smell the bag.
Here's the thing.
Do you think they're going to go up to all these TSA workers and be like, or having a special
No.
training day?
No.
Here's what weed smells like.
No, they see it every third bag, and it's already going through. So why not get on and put a press release out that says that we're more lenient with medical marijuana, when the reality of it is you're already doing that. You're not breaking people's asses. They know if it's in your fucking check bag or
Because,
not.
like you said, they just want to make you sweat. They just
Exactly.
Want to make, there's no they take, and you know what I think that is. Now that I think about it, it's not against us. It's a counterterrorism method. I think them constantly making, they're just like, okay, if we make everyone upset and nervous and make flying difficult for everyone, then terrorism will go down.
All right. I love it. Next story. We got to move on. We've covered this story
All
way
right.
too
What,
much.
you don't want to dig further into that one?
No.
So Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger,
Oh God.
apparently she had the
Dumb
option
bitch.
of basically legalizing cannabis in the state, and at the last minute she vetoed
What a disgrace.
what was basically a bipartisan bill as well.
That's
So-
been. I mean, what a disgrace. I feel so bad for people from Virginia. 5 years ago, they voted to legalize cannabis in their state, and little did they know that still 5+ years later, not only do they have no retail system and no sales system whatsoever, but a lady, that one right there,
Dumb bitch.
campaigned. She campaigned on the fact that she would get this done, and lo and behold, I'm not cutting her a break. And lo and behold, when given the opportunity, and she had, by the way, till Saturday night at 11:59. Right. Instead of even taking the most amount of time to understand, think about it, consult with constituents, ask your damn mom, your dad, your dog to figure out what am I going to do the right fucking thing. And what does she do? Yesterday, she drops her veto on it. She drops the bomb. Virginia has no legal way. Now they've perpetuated the black market. You are sending people to Maryland, sending people to D.C. to buy weed so they can illegally bring it back to your state, and that your state police and your officers can now continue to run people for fucking – because, listen, they can't just run Virginia people for having weed, because I guess if you grow it yourself, that's the only way you can have weed legally in the state. So,
I'm curious.
So I'm pissed off.
I'm curious why you thought I was defending her. Because here's my thing.
I didn't think you. I didn't think.
You said you weren't cutting her a break. I wasn't saying you should cut her a break.
No, I was talking to Bill.
My thing is that
you didn't even speak about it.
You made a mistake there. What's above her? That's a lady right there. The woman sitting above there in the black hoodie. That's a lady. The person you just referenced, I'll put it this way. If she were in a cannabis court of law, she'd be held in contempt.
Oh, okay. The one on the bottom? Her on the bottom there?
Her.
Okay. You were a disgrace. Governor, you're a disgrace.
Well, here's the thing, though. She cited
That's a
concerns.
lady right there. That's a lady.
Right.
That's in the the one who made a really cool game for people to have
Point
fun.
in the right direction.
To have fun
Point
and
that
come
way.
to. I'm done pointing. I'm saying my words. That's me. That's a lady. The one who chose to on every turn to make a poor choice for the people that she represents, the state, and frankly the country at large, is a bad person. And I'm not repeating the first thing I said because yeah.
Well, the first thing you said was contacular, man.
Okay.
Yeah, that was kind of rough.
Cunt you.
All right. Do we have any B-roll for this? Other than these two obnoxious pictures of her.
We just gave you a bunch of C-roll.
Butterface. No video?
No video. Well, she cited public health, youth access, driving under the influence, and she argued that the currently proposed framework just did not go far enough. So it sounds like she's not against it, but she's got some legitimate concerns that maybe she wants to have addressed.
Okay.
Phil, can I lead into this next one to Bill?
Say it again, what?
Can I lead Bill into this? All right, so Bill, if I'm reading this right, from what I just saw Phil lead up there,
right.
There was an incident at a cannabis dispensary where there was some criminal behavior going on, but it seemed to have backfired on them.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And there was and another interesting element that I didn't hear you report on earlier. I want to see if you touch on it. If you don't, I'm going to add it in after.
Well, what's the next story, Bill?
Well, okay. So are we done with this?
Well, I guess so. No one gives a shit about her except me.
What do you mean? We just went on a large slur rant of what?
Okay. All right, we're done with her.
I'm going to say a final thing. She expressed skepticism, suggesting that a heavily taxed retail market might fail to compete with unregulated sales. So she's saying some of the regulations that were being put into place might make the illegal market more attractive.
What's up, Sacha?
So she wants to fix
But
it.
weren't you guys saying that before she even got elected, she ran on making it recreational? But so she already knew all this information prior to running.
That she
so
was probably bought
that's
out
just
on
even more.
by this.
Yeah. So that's even more fucked up. As knowing nothing about East Coast politics specifically,
Also,
that's fucked up.
If I'm gonna be very real about it,
or specifically,
I did say specifically. I'm from California.
What I will say also is that I imagine from a woman's perspective, at large, medically, I see women benefiting from cannabis more than men in a lot of regards with some of the medical issues they face and the extremities of them. And I can see no reason why a woman wouldn't want to pursue a step that would further research into treating cancer or any of the medical problems women face. I don't want to go on and on.
All right. Well, I don't know what the fuck we're talking about, but let me ask Mary. I don't really know, but Mary Jane, let me ask Mary Jane real quick, because what I want to know is, did the current governor of Virginia, her name is Spanberger, did she campaign on the fact that she was going to bring legal cannabis sales to a state, Virginia, who already voted it in 21? Mary Jane, tell us the answer. She's thinking. That's what it sounds like when she's thinking. How do you make that
sound?
I make that
Abigail Spanberger, the governor of Virginia, supports legal cannabis sales, but recently vetoed a bill that would have started the retail market. While she campaigned on legalization, she felt the current legislation wasn't ready and called for stricter regulations and a delayed start. Now, we'll have to watch if the legislature works with her amendments or tries to override her veto, as this could affect when legal sales actually begin in Virginia.
Mary Jane, she's a sellout, right?
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, I would, and so that's where we're going to go with it.
I would.
And who peed on your cornflakes, Phil?
I was going to ask.
I don't eat cereal. No, I'm really
you
like.
Only eat the pea?
I have a problem when politicians don't follow the will of the people. To me, I find that most annoying. And then when I hear Bill described to me as one of the reasons is that she doesn't want the proliferation of the black market. Well, guess what? You just you made the black market, and you proliferate. You are creating the very essence of the black market.
Bad leadership and bad corruption like this always starts at the very top. Be angry at the right
women
people.
in men-dominated fields.
Let me play devil's advocate real quick.
She's a Democrat.
Let me play devil's advocate.
Jeff, you got two mics on, so turn your talk back off. Just talk back off.
Yeah, maybe the issue is that she just didn't think that the legislation was ready.
That's what she said, yeah.
If she let it get into
poor leadership,
as it is now, if it's enacted as it is now, because there's probably every Republican and every special interest group jumping on, trying to put their little spin on the legislation as it passes through. And by the time it got to her, she probably felt like if she enacted that, they were going to have a system that just wasn't good. That wasn't good for the people.
Phil, if you think
about
it,
maybe she's basically telling them, "Hey, we could do better than this. Let's run through this again, eliminate some of the bullshit, and get it back up to me."
Think about this, Phil. What have we been talking about PA legislation? Is that other than the weird makeup of your politicians, they can't all get on the same page about this shit. And if anything, out of this, I think that while her leadership could have been better in not campaigning on something that she didn't see as organized, and that being reflecting poorly on her, the lawmakers need to get on the same page and not present things that don't work. But
they did. That's how she got a bill on her desk.
But like he said, playing devil's advocate, there are two sides to this. Like the bad leadership, that she shouldn't have campaigned on something that if she doesn't think it worked, she shouldn't have campaigned on it.
She could have been more active in shaping that legislation. She could have been more active in the process.
Exactly. Yeah. And more passionate in getting it done.
And if it's on your shit, if you're campaigning,
people are thinking that that's a priority. And you're not acting like it's a priority if it's getting to your desk.
I just don't think the blame should be focused on her. The politician, the congressional leaders there should absolutely hold equal part of this blame.
Well, the only way that this legislative got done is that you got all Democrat support and you had some crossover support, because I'm guessing the Dems have the majority in Virginia. So that's the way this probably got through.
We face that issue too.
I should ask.
Jersey.
I'll ask Mary Jane. Mary Jane, how did the bill that this governor vetoed, how did it move through their legislative, and what does a legislature, and what does and how's their legislature made up? I don't know why she has to make that sound when she's fucking thinking. It's annoying.
What sound do you make when you think?
I make that sound. That's the sound I make.
Yeah.
Sasha's got a sound.
Virginia's legislature, which is currently controlled by Democrats, passed bills this year to create a regulated retail cannabis market. These bills included a tax structure and set a launch date for 2027. However, Governor Spanberger vetoed the bill in May, wanting more restrictions and a delay to July 2027. Now, the legislature has to decide whether to override her veto or negotiate new terms, and retail cannabis sales are on hold.
Override this shit, right?
I think.
MJ?
Well, wait, side note.
Yep, that's
Can I
me.
hit
What's
the
on your mind,
gas?
Phil? Let's keep the convo rolling.
Sorry, go ahead, Sasha.
I can hit a glass pipe on the show, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Yes,
Can I do-
absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, go ahead.
Take out like a huge
Have at
fucking
it.
pipe.
What I will say is that I think it's like they are at. If we look at the whole process, they are relatively at the beginning of their whole. Comparatively to New Jersey, New York, other states have legalized, they're at the very beginning of their journey. And these complications, we see these in different forms at the start of legislation.
What happened in Maine? The same thing happened in Maine. There was legal, you could home grow, but there was no retail system.
And that's the other thing.
But they got over
They have
it.
home grow. We don't.
That's right.
So I can't condone her actions. I can't condone the congressional leaders' plans
going
and
to.
the setup. What I will say is at least the state has home grow, which is honestly much better for people than in a lot of regards than going and picking it up.
There's a lot of sick people who have no time for home grow. They don't have time to wait.
Or
They
effort.
They need their
I
fucking
understand.
medicine.
Yes, and that is a detriment. I absolutely get that. But what I'm saying is that at least they have it.
Okay. All right, let's move on because, guys, I mean, we could talk about this shit all night.
Seriously.
We got a few more stories. We're going to talk about them a little bit quick because we got a game
All right,
to
let's
play.
hit up the next couple. Let's
on,
just
Bill.
click them along here.
Let's go.
So, in Connecticut, we're dealing with mold, HVAC failures, and fires, driving dozens of investigations into Connecticut cannabis growers. So,
Fires?
yeah, some fires as well, yeah. One of the big things, though, is sophisticated climate control and HVAC systems. If they break down for any amount of time, like the mold can start growing almost instantly. So any sort of a failure like that is something that needs to be investigated and it needs to be looked into. They've had significant mold and yeast outbreaks. I didn't think that was a thing, a yeast outbreak.
Oh, yeah. That was in Florida's early days of their medical. I had friends tell me that they'd often have times where they'd have to go and get compensation from the dispensary because they'd find mold in their weed, which, again, I'm not condoning any dispensaries who are not doing the oversight. What I am saying is that through the process of a state becoming adjusted to dealing with illegal cannabis on some level, whether it be medical or recreational, they work through bugs and kinks.
Sure. I didn't think yeast was an issue.
Oh, yeah.
Mold, sure, I can get that, but I just didn't think
Me
of yeast.
neither.
What I can vaguely tell you is that it stems from mismanagement of the chemicals.
So who's the one cracking down?
Well, the state is Connecticut.
The state.
Yeah.
Okay. So the
And-
state's cracking down on their licenses.
I don't know so much they're cracking down the licenses, but they're
not
just
licenses, but
finding
on
issues
their
and
license.
they're
I should
getting
say
the
their
issues addressed.
licensees. My bad.
Yeah, I think you were saying something more about them cracking down on oversight earlier, or doing more inspections.
Right. So hazards include, beyond the environmental, they've got operational accidents which led to fires, electrical problems leading to fires as well. So they got a couple of issues. They need to get on top of them. But really, it sounds to me like the majority of the issues are coming from the HVAC systems breaking down, either because they're overtaxed or because of the electrical systems not being up to snuff. And like I said, as soon as it breaks down, mold starts to grow almost immediately.
States need to start sharing their notes with each other if they aren't already on this stuff.
As long as it doesn't affect the pizza in New Haven, I'm cool with all of this.
The what?
A Pete's.
Pizza?
A Pete's.
Oh, okay. I was like, what pizza? Oh, okay.
A Pete's.
But these issues they're already a strain on an overly limited supply chain right now. All right. You want to move to the next story?
Sure.
Can we move this a little faster?
Yeah.
Cannabis-filled bags were dumped on a farm. So this was a farm owner named Rob Morgan, owner of the Gower Fresh Christmas trees near Swansea, which, by the way, on the news I called it Grower Fresh. It's Gower Fresh. He discovered 80 black trash bags that had been illegally dumped on his land.
Was it's in America, right?
No, this is in the UK. This
That's
is in
what
Wales.
I thought you said earlier. That's why I was like even more wild. Yeah.
Here, talking to this.
That's
was over 100 discarded plants mixed with general rubbish, which they think were the remains of a cannabis factory. Rubbish, again, that's British. Right?
Yeah, no, I could give you the British translation of this. You know, they were out and they found some rubbish out on the it's a whole bunch of different.
Well, when you say rubbish, it looks like trash fucking weed to me.
Well, no, that looks like uncured weed. That's what that looks like.
Is that an actual photo?
Yeah.
That looks like, you know what that is? That from the looks of that, that's trimmings.
Yeah.
Those are just trimmings.
After process. This is
A
after
grower-
process.
And is that?
shit.
But
said
is
there were
that
100
one of
plants.
the aerosol cans that they use to make
No,
wax?
I think.
Jeff, can you
that's
go
other
full
trash
screen with
they
that
found
picture
along
so
with,
we can take a look at this?
like a culmination of shit.
This fucking swag.
Because that looks like Lysol, no?
It could be an empty cup for scooping
It
purposes.
could be more trash that they found alongside it, but the main point here is that legally speaking, this is not, from the looks of it, like cannabis that can be
There's
smoked.
like fiberglass insulation there wrapped
This
up.
is just trimmings, which is even more of a. That's like, it'd be one thing if could be like, oh, at least that's cannabis, but no, this is weed trash.
Yeah, this is trash.
No,
This is
right.
what when I used to do a
saved
hydro.
To be like,
at the
okay, so it is.
factory.
Hold on a second. What'd you say, Jeff?
That should have all been saved at the factory and turned into butter or something.
This was a
That's a shame.
factory.
That shouldn't be
factory.
waste.
No. This was an illegal growth. This was someone.
Yeah,
in
they
their garage.
didn't have the capability of handling this. They got what they wanted, and then they gave the rest back to the land, somebody else's fucking land, in the form of trash bags.
Honestly, I'd tell them to go look at other farmers. There's probably someone, a farmer nearby you that is growing weed.
And look at how small those trash bags are. They're like thumbnail size.
Why did you not take that
They're tiny.
opportunity to use the FBI button?
It really comes down to a bigger issue in the UK, which they're calling fly tipping. And fly tipping is basically when you drive down the road and throw trash bags out the windows. So this is
Littering.
fly
Well,
tipping.
that's nothing new. That's
like cow
age-old-
tipping, but
Yeah.
Well, that's just
gay.
age-old. They call it tipping in the UK.
Fly
where,
tipping.
It's illegal dumping.
Yeah. Where they literally just drive down the road and fly tip it right out the window. And Morgan, who I guess is this guy in the lower right, is complaining because the people who work on his farm already have, quote, 5,001 other jobs to do, that they shouldn't also have to be cleaning up someone's fly tipping.
I'm going to reach out to this guy.
I say he's complaining because he doesn't like the quality of that swag.
No. Well, I would be
Someone's
mad
throwing
if someone
trash
left
weed
trimming.
all over my property
It's
here.
not trash weed, that's trimmings. It'd be one thing if it were trash weed. It's trimmings. I'm going to reach out to this guy. I'm going to be like, listen, not only did they dump weed trimmings on your property, but you should look at the farmers in your area.
Yeah, and then do an interview with him where he comes out of the fucking ceiling, and then he'll have
if he chooses to
on a
fly
monitor.
Okay, sure.
No, I mean do a remote with him, and you get to
There you
interview
go.
him.
So apparently the area is renowned for its wildlife and landscape, and the guy says, I've got actual reindeers here on the property. They could be eating this trash, and it's a blight on the side of the wildlife and environment. So
It's a very British word, blight.
blight, yes. There's a lot of British terms in this article.
And then he went and had his tea and chips.
Did you say reindeer?
Reindeer, yeah.
You don't get to bring that one up usually.
Not usually.
That's
All right, let's move to the next story.
Please.
This is alarming. 2 Maine teens from the state of Maine are charged with break-ins at a Turner cannabis source. Now, this is a repeat of burglaries. The shop name was 45 Degrees North Cannabis in Turner, Maine. It was targeted and broken into twice, once in April and once in May.
Turner, Maine.
These are juvenile suspects, age 13 and 15. And I'm picturing
Bill,
Beavis
I've
and
been to
Butthead.
this store, but I don't think the one I was in was in Turner, Maine. But I'm going to find.
Wait, Bill, how old again? Sorry, just repeat that.
They were 13
They're
and 15.
babies. 13 and
Listen,
15.
Yeah, they're just
parents. It was one thing when your kids are taking over malls, Long Branch, and that's annoying enough. Beheading themselves on Amtrak or train lines, doing TikTok challenges, but. What are you guys doing?
Hey,
don't have kids. Give them up for adoption. You can't handle them. This.
And they were violent too.
That like, what are you raising here? Animals?
Look.
Like this is taught.
Bill,
Taught.
Hey, Bill, I've been to this dispensary.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that you on the right?
No.
Oh.
I've been to this exact dispensary. I know exactly where it is. I've been there. It's called 45 Degrees North.
Yeah.
The family should not be awarded the benefit of keeping their kids anonymous because they're minors. That's what I'm going to say to this.
Not if they're criminals.
No, not like this. These are violent
And then
13 and 14-year-olds. This is, and I'm. Where was this again? This Maryland?
Maine.
We don't have that kind of behavior. We have that kind of behavior in Florida, in Texas, certain areas of California.
You don't have that in North Jersey, right?
I don't see that kind of shit around here often.
Listen.
And
I'm sure if we looked, we could find some smash and grab shit. Dispensaries. Okay.
I'm sure there's. I'm not oblivious to the fact that there's robberies and stuff, but 13 and 14-year-olds robbing dispensaries? No, I don't see that.
Well, so it wasn't like they were isolated, right? So you saw the picture of the SUV that had crashed. Apparently there was a high-speed police chase, and the SUV crashed, and when they investigated, they found an adult and 4 juveniles. 2 of the juveniles being these 2 that robbed the dispensaries. But the whole group, it's like they're a gang. They're Bonnie and Clyde. They're running around doing all sorts of violent break-ins.
These kids need to be locked up for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Involved in a larger burglary and vehicle theft
I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Hold on. Give it Sacha.
Like, the mom in me, when I hear a 13 to 15-year-old kid, oh my God, those are babies.
Yeah,
true.
Oh my God, that is so fucking crazy. Like they can't even wipe their own ass, and they're out here.
But that's the
trying,
point,
like,
though.
and you even saw him. He's like not even. Those are babies, and that adult that is probably coercing them into like thug life, gang shit. That's the adult that was in the car. That's who should be like prosecuted to the fullest extent, because these fucking kids just want to be a part of something.
Right.
They just want to do a team sport, and right now gang banging or whatever the fuck this is the team sport.
I get the sympathy for the mother in you, but here's the thing. I grew up in the 90s. One of my biggest memories of growing up that tied me to the music I love today was the fact that I vaguely remember at my young age the news report that Tupac was shot. This is nothing new. This is not, this is the new gang sport. And if you don't lock these kids up and you let them go with a warning or a slap on the wrist for this kind of behavior, they're only going to repeat it. They're only going to get worse.
No, they need to be scared the shit out of them. Like they need to be like
facility. And you're right, that adult needs to be heavily charged, endangering the welfare of a child, promoting juvenile actions. Like it's
yes, exactly, because that adult should be the one to put some sense into them and be like, you don't know what that's going to do. You're going to definitely end up in jail.
Yes, still in Maine.
Look, there are plenty of states right now who are holding parents accountable for the actions of their kids during these takeovers. Well, you know what? I'd say this is a little bit more disturbing than a mall takeover or something like that. And the parents should absolutely 150% be charged for this. Where are you? These are your kids.
I don't think so, pal.
That's not me. That was Beetlejuice. That wasn't me.
Well, store owners have expressed shock and disappointment over the level of violence during the break-ins. And it was really nice end cap on the story that the employees all rallied together to clean up the facility and quickly reopen it.
And that's, you said earlier, you know, the owner said that they're a tight-knit team.
Exactly.
And that's just,
Yeah.
like, you know what?
That's kind of touching. It's nice to see.
It's even more than that. It shows the strength and resilience of people in this industry.
Absolutely. I completely agree. And like you can go down, listen, that story that you did earlier, Bill, about the guy that poured gasoline and shit and they burnt the place.
Well, you didn't get to that yet.
Tried to.
No, we did that story. We already.
Not gonna do that tonight?
No, because we already did it on this show.
I let that in for nothing.
Yeah. But I mean.
Wait, the part he didn't mention about that. Bill, the part you didn't mention about that, because I did a reel about this earlier in the week.
Yeah? What is it?
They're using it for marketing. That's right.
Who is?
The dispensary has decided, if you go on their Instagram, and they actually shared the reel I did about this.
Right.
They're giving all the bud tenders gas cans to use for tip jars. They're obviously blowing the shit out of the fire ass weed comments and things like that. They are
good for them,
and I in my reel openly applauded them.
Yeah,
but here, but my point, what I was saying was, and my point that I was making is that they opened the same day that gas fire happened. They cleaned it up. The employees came together. They got some people to come in and help.
Yeah.
And then you see the same thing in this story.
Yeah.
So to your point, people in this industry get it done because they have a will and a way to get things done.
And they enjoy it.
And
They're doing something they like.
That's right.
Shout out to, what was the name of that dispensary?
What was it again? Phil, you said you were there?
It's 45 degrees north. Yeah, I've been there.
45 degrees north.
Good people.
Shout out to you guys. You guys got heart, and you guys are really, you guys care about each other. You guys care about your community that you serve.
Shout out to the employees,
and yeah, just good on you guys. Good on you.
All right, so here's what I can't wait anymore.
And that's all the stories I got, Phil.
Bill, I know. I can't wait anymore. We got to play this game. So here's what we're going to do. I need you to get on the subway system inside of our complex and come over to this set, okay? Sure. And then we're going to take a commercial break. And as soon as we come back, Sacha and us, we're going to play this game. We're going to get smoking. And we're going to tell you.
Strain of the day.
And we're going to do the strain of the day before we play the game because we're going to use the strain of the day as what we play with. So we're integrating shit left and right, man.
It was my idea.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll hop in the elevator. I'll get on the subway. I'll be there in just a few minutes.
All right, Bill. We'll keep it down. All right, we got a commercial queued up. All right, we'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Late Night Green Show, only on Cough Country TV.
Marijuana is huge.
So many dispensaries have resorted to a bland, impersonal shopping experience, where you often don't even get to see a sample of the cannabis you're planning on purchasing before you buy it. If you're looking for that extra personal touch, come check out High Roller Dispensary in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Our staff are avid cannabis connoisseurs who are sure to help you find the strains that fit you best. Whether you're looking for premium flower, edibles, concentrates, or tinctures, we have you covered with over 100 different strains to choose from, all of which are able to be seen, smelled, and thoroughly examined in our elegant showroom. If you're in a rush, we offer a seamless online ordering system that allows for in-depth exploration of all that we have to offer. So whether you're a novice or a seasoned stoner, be sure to stop by High Roller Dispensary and we'll make sure you're floating on Cloud 9 by the time you leave.
Right around here, 15 inches, maybe if you're younger, you go up to 19 inches, you know? Yeah, you know, you already want the bigger.
Sometimes a CIO might make commitments to a CEO that they just can't fulfill, and it's very hard to succeed in those environments. You really want to be able to set the expectation right up front.
How would you feel with no sex, no weed for a month or two? I'm going to be really angry.
I just feel sorry for Jake.
Yeah, Jake's going to get fucked up.
Wow, this is
Phil.
This is all you. This is the Cough Country OG pink hoodie.
Black people have you seen me? Have you seen a black man here? Yeah, other than me. Why isn't there no black people here? Have you seen any black folks other than me here? Why do you think there's no black people here?
I hope one day you get some, and hopefully in those 2-3 strokes, you don't catch a stroke, you don't pass away. All I know is this man looks desperate and he needs a shorty.
Is your cannabis company still using smoke signals to advertise? There's a better way.
Let me tell you how we built this. Yo, started with a camera and a Facebook page. No budget, no stage, just a voice with something to say. This is real.
Let's go.
Not the stereotype, not the joke.
This is Cough Country TV.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Late Night Green, Late Night Edition.
Welcome.
We have gotten to the place in the show that I've been waiting for a while, which is we're going to play this game. Hey, Jeff, can you put Sacha on the screen behind us, on the big screen? And
please
she'll just
place Sacha up on the screen, please.
She's going to go. Sacha, who's the creator of the Dope Deck, which I have right here.
The Dope Deck. It's a wonderful game.
Sacha, how are you?
There she is.
There
she is.
I almost turned myself.
All right, cool.
Hi, guys.
Hello. How are you?
Good.
So you can see her this way too, Bucket, if you want to just...
she is frozen on the screen here in front of me, so I have to look at her at the large screen over here.
Oh, your screen's frozen?
No, just her. Well, no, all of it is actually.
I'm like, wait, just me? That's crazy.
All right, so... Sacha, we are at this point in time. This is what I've been waiting for forever. So I'm going to move the raw papers because I know that you can use that for the game, but you don't have to use that for the game.
You want to be paid for the brands that you mention on the show. Do you not?
I have to tell you.
True, and they're not paying me. Get rid of them.
Exactly.
Okay, sorry. I'm so hyped. I'm so excited.
I am the hype. I am the hype.
So here's what we're going to do. I want you to tell us, like, you're going to walk us through. You're our guardian angel on this experience. And we've got our weed. We've got everything. Matter of fact, before we get started, let's tell everybody what we're smoking. So can we pull up the strain of the day real quick so everyone knows what we're smoking tonight?
The strain of the day today is quite a special one. I picked it out myself.
That's so annoying, bro.
What?
This accent.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is my normal accent. I come from Russia.
Okay.
Or Bosnia, I forget.
Shut the fuck up!
Okay.
Wow. I guess Phil has a problem
What are you looking for, Jeff? The thumbnail?
What'd you misplace?
Okay. All right.
What'd you misplace, Phil? You misplaced your equipment, man?
Oh, shit.
You got any gummy bears?
Hey, Bill, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you. There we go.
Hey, Bill.
Thanks for telling me.
We would have figured out eventually.
Well,
we always figure it out.
We figured it out.
Hello, Sacha.
So, yeah, so basically, we're doing the strain of the day. Do you think you have... Oh, there it is. Can you tell us about this, Bucket?
Well, this is Josh D. Sunkist OG. This is one of the special edition strains Anish has released recently. I like Niche. Niche is an excellent company, very elegant packaging for their flower, kind of onyx vibe. And I haven't smoked this one before. It's Sunkiss, so if I had to play some guessing games here, definitely sativa leaning, being the fact that it's mentioning the sun. Sun starts the day. Sun gives you energy, vitamin C, et cetera, et cetera. And the Josh, I would have to guess it was one of their staff members that they named it after, because that's usually what they do with this kind of stuff.
Well, Josh D is more important than that, because I did a look into it. So, Mary Jane, we have a strain called Josh D Sunkiss OG. Tell us about it.
Josh D is known as one of the pioneers of OG Kush, so any strain named after him carries that legacy. Sunkiss OG in particular often blends citrusy, uplifting vibes with that classic OG earthiness. So you're looking at something that'll energize your mood, offer a bit of that sunny flavor, and still keep that grounded OG punch.
So, Mary Jane, do you think that after smoking this will give me a little bit more late night life?
Probably
A
not.
little extra brightness for those late hours? Absolutely. Just remember, you bring the energy, and I'll keep the vibes going.
One more thing. Mary Jane, would you mind saying hi to Sacha of the amazing Dope Deck game here?
Of course.
Hey, Sacha. Big shout out to you and the whole amazing Dope Tech team. Keep doing what you do.
It says that this is an indica dominant. Indica dominant hybrid.
Well, that's probably the Kush factor of it, but I've always said that the indica sativa part is more relevant to when you develop your insight for yourself.
So this is just, if you guys want to know what we're looking at, is that what we do is we put everything under the microscope here. So this is today's strain of the day under the microscope.
It is a live image too, isn't it?
That sounds like a perfect session. I'm always here to help break down the details,
Gooey.
whether it's under the microscope or just in conversation.
But Bill, think about it. Like, you have times where maybe you want to stay up a little bit longer, and there could be a couple different ways on different days that you achieve that. You could need the extra energy to stay awake, or you could feel, I'm so hyped up right now that if I could just calm those levels down a little bit, I could stay awake a few more hours.
Okay.
And once you develop that, what do you mean what? Once you develop that insight for yourself, it's much easier to prescribe yourself a strain. Why are you questioning everything about me tonight?
I'm sorry.
My Russian accent.
I didn't do any of that.
Oh, yeah, you did?
The Russian accent kind of came out of nowhere. I think
so what? That's me. What doesn't come out of nowhere?
We're going to see that on the show.
That's right, yeah.
Now that he knows it annoys me, we're going to
Brace
see
yourself,
that.
everyone. This
You
is
haven't
what
even
we're
gotten to see. I haven't even introduced the cannabis nug with eyes yet.
So now I should have played the Looney Tunes.
Well, now that one's going to get a Russian accent.
Well, this strain delivers a bold flavor profile, heavy gas notes with a blend of classic skunk characteristics before finishing with a rich, earthy undertone.
Good. So here's the deal. I'm gonna sum it up for everybody because we're gonna get down to business. So hey,
yeah, let's play the game, man.
So guys, we're gonna play this game and we're gonna smoke this weed. So on Jeff, on the Cough Country TV YouTube channel, I'm going to ask you to bring us down off of that channel because we've got, we want to keep it at one strike until we can get rid of that one too. Then we can kind of let our hair down again. So we're going to do that, and we're going to preserve, potential 2-week suspension. And if you guys are watching us on Cough Country TV, come over to Rumble. Come over to the